Okay, I'm actually bringing you guys right after we finish that map because it's time for our tavern friend to send us off on an errand with Mr. Lugus, though our girl doesn't know it yet. And I finally get to use the CG for a thumbnail, so I'm very excited. This is gonna be great. Alright, here we go. Time to get these two acquainted and get undistracted. Redistracted on the right distraction. Yes. I might have been naive. The search for the Kaleidovia was more difficult than I thought it would be. I was unable to find any meaningful information as the days continued to pass. The date of the Masquerade Festival came closer without fail. What should I do? Even though I initially refused it, maybe I needed to ask for Francisca's help. No, but... Ah! Oh, sorry! It was like I had tunnel vision whenever I was lost in thought. I helped up the woman I bumped into. Are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
I'm fine. Sorry. I was kinda out of it too.
Oh, you're... Thanks for the other day. What a coincidence. It was the employee from the tavern who gave me the wig.
Huh? Have we met before?
I think so. Oh. I just remembered how I was dressed, but it was already too late.
I'm normally good at remembering people's faces because of my work, but... Oh! Aren't you the handyman?
Ah! You're too loud!
What a huge surprise! I didn't recognize you at first. And your get-up. Have you gotten into cross-dressing all of a sudden?
No. I had to do this for a job.
I'm joking, but still. You look almost too good. I can't tell that you're not a girl.
Thanks. Would you please keep it a secret that I'm the handyman?
Oh, look at you speaking all feminine now. You're really getting into the role.
Never mind that.
I know. I won't tell anyone. Even if I did, no one would believe that you're really a man.
I wonder if she'll really keep quiet about it. Would she tell others because of how funny she found it?
Hey, I know you're doubting me.
No, that wasn't my intention.
Then let's do this. In exchange for me keeping it secret, will you do me a favor?
What is it?
Well, it'll be perfect for you.
She emphasized that in a weird way. In other words, her favor had to do with me dressing as a woman. I had a bad feeling about this, but it still felt better having this set up like some kind of deal. So, what is it that you want me to do?
Well, there's someone I need you to tell about a breakup.
A breakup? This was the kind of thing that got troublesome. I wasn't well versed or experienced in that area, but I knew that at least. Wouldn't it be better if you handled that yourself?
Of course. I would if it were a lover, but it's for a customer of mine.
A customer at the tavern?
Yes, a lover of only one night.
Is he the type that's persistent or something?
No, he's quite the gentleman. And generous, too.
Then why?
It's strange. He doesn't really do anything to me.
Nothing?
He makes it seem like he's only there because his friends are, and he always looks so bored. I'm sure he doesn't care who he's with, so he probably doesn't even remember my face.
That is strange. But if he doesn't remember your face, why bother breaking up?
I know, but he's well respected in his trade, so I thought it would be less trouble if I cut it short early.
Can you tell me more about this person?
I'm sorry, I can't. I'm not the kind that babbles about my customers.
Then how am I supposed to work on this?
So you will accept it?
Only after you tell me more information.
I can't tell you, but you can ask him yourself. Oh, speaking of which, we're planning to meet up tonight. Great timing.
She was completely leading the situation. I didn't think I could turn it down anymore. I'm still reluctant, but...
Thanks a bunch! Let's see. This is the time and place where we're meeting.
She handed me a piece of paper as she spoke. It was a place that I was familiar with, so I knew I would be able to find it easily.
He'll be holding on to a snowdrop, so you'll know right away.
A man with a snowdrop. Got it. So, about my outfit.
Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. Oh, but that won't be enough, so I'll give you a freebie when you come to me as a customer.
No, thank you. She's trying real hard to give you that freebie. Alright, it's time. I think it's about time. I wasn't particularly motivated to do this, but I accepted it as a job, so I had to. I headed to the meeting location a little earlier than the scheduled time. Night arrives quickly in this town because of the descending fog. In about an hour, our vision would become limited, and not many people will be seen walking around. The only people out at this hour would be people plotting mischief, or people under special circumstances. Could it be that person? And one of those people, under special circumstances, was standing at the meeting location all by himself. Because of the fog, I couldn't see his body or face, but the snowdrop petals gave off a white glow. I had come a lot earlier than planned, but he was already here. He was a gentleman, just as I had heard. But I can't let my guard down until I talk to him. All right. I pumped myself up and walked over to him. I was still in women's clothing. Coming to a job in this, it was only natural for me to be wary. If he were a total stranger, my involvement in his breakup would cause some suspicion. On the other hand, if he were someone I knew, things would become extremely awkward. So actually, dressing as a woman for this job was perfect. I felt uneasy without my sword, but I was confident in subduing most men with my close combat abilities. My nervousness grew with each step. I didn't know how to start the conversation. Would he simply agree to it? Without any love experience of my own, I couldn't even come up with an idea of how the conversation would go. Maybe winging it would be the best option here. Yeah, just wing it, girl. You got this. Oh! He must have noticed. The owner of the snowdrop looked toward me. I was much closer now, but I still couldn't make out his face. I should call out to him. Make sure my voice doesn't crack. And make sure I don't speak in a man's voice. There were a lot of things to think of before accidentally making the wrong move. But in the end, I couldn't say anything.
You're here.
Woo! Don't even have to wait for the ending to get the smooch. Let's go! Huh? I didn't understand what just happened. My body froze up and I couldn't move an inch. His lips pressed against mine, silencing me. What just happened? The place where we touched had a moist heat to it. My tongue felt something warm. I forgot about that. The snowdrop fell from the man's hand and onto my foot. In the next moment, as if the spell had been broken, my body reacted. I forgot that she slapped him.
Huh?
I pushed myself away forcefully and slapped him with all of my strength.
What?
I'm not the person you're meeting with.
What?
The man rubbed his left cheek and looked at me in surprise. I finally found out who he was. Lugus?
What is the meaning of this?
Well, it's the start of a beautiful relationship.
No, I'm sorry. I thought you were...
All this time I was tense, wondering how to approach the breakup. Then I was kissed suddenly by a man who turned out to be Lugus. My mind was a mess and I couldn't think straight, but a calm and composed voice came through my lips. The person you're waiting for isn't coming. she's not going to meet with you again. I'm only here to deliver the message. That's all. I said only the bare minimum before turning around to leave. I heard Lugus calling for me to stop, but I ran at full speed to get away. Embarrassment! I ran so far away, with all my might, my mind blank. All the while wearing heels and an uncomfortable skirt that I wasn't used to. It's fine, girl. You had your first smoocheroo. How much time had passed? How far had I run? By the time I realized it, I had returned to the tower. I closed the door behind me and leaned back against it, sitting on the floor. Breathing heavily. I couldn't get my breath together yet. My whole body felt hot. I felt like I was suffocating. Because it hurt so much, I took my time to steady my breathing. I tried to inhale and exhale slowly, little by little. I slowly caught my breath, and my clothes still clung to me from sweat, sapping the heat from my body. It says a lot. You know, it's winter, it's nighttime, it's gonna be pretty cold. Girl is sweating in a dress. That's the effect of kissing Lugus, I guess. As my body cooled off, so did my head. I couldn't help but think about what happened. I was kissed by Lugus. Though my body was cooling down, my cheeks were burning up again. It's different from when Ashen does it to me. Because he gave that good luck charm to my eye, not my lips. I subconsciously moved my hand over my right eye. It's hot. It was hotter than my cheeks. I was sure it was bright red at that moment. Calm down. Please calm down. It was just an accident. It came from a misunderstanding. I mumbled to myself. I repeated it over and over until the heat dissipated from my right eye. It's nothing. So please, hurry. After some time had passed, the fever finally went away. Thank goodness. What's with this anyway? I kept mumbling my thoughts aloud. Why would he come at me all of a sudden? I thought he wouldn't even touch her. My heart was beating faster again. I had to calm myself down. My mind and body were both heavy with fatigue. I wanted to wash off the sweat, but I would rather go to sleep right now. I climbed into bed, still in my outfit, and buried my face in my pillow. He kissed me. I'm going to be reliving this for a while. I covered my head with the blanket and pressed it down on myself. I should go to sleep. I didn't want to think about anything I shouldn't. Still going to be thinking about it. I woke up with a gloomy feeling. I had trouble sleeping. Maybe it was because of what happened, or maybe because I went to sleep in this outfit. It's all wrinkled. I moved sluggishly to take off the clothes and smoothed out the wrinkles. What should I do today? Should I go around town in this again? Or should I go in men's clothes? After thinking for a while, I should wear this. If I didn't force myself to wear it today, the bad memories from yesterday would discourage me from ever wearing it again. That would be unfortunate. I smoothed out the wrinkles some more until they weren't as prominent anymore. Alright, I'll go out after I get myself ready. First, I'll have breakfast, then clean myself, get my things ready, and here we are. Just like that. And there I was again. As usual, the town was bustling with people. Because I wore this dress more often nowadays in order to ask around, I was getting used to wearing it. The investigation would continue today. I probably wouldn't be able to extract any more meaningful information from the townspeople. But I was in the outfit already, so I should talk to someone who might be privy to special circumstances. For example, someone high up in the clan of the Hawk. Lugus came to mind, but so did what happened yesterday. For a moment my face began to turn red, but I tried my best to suppress it. It's true that if I can talk to Lugus... No, I don't know what to talk about. Besides, he's not someone you can meet just because you want to. I want to see him. I don't want to see him. I can't see him. If I can't see him, it can't be helped. Yes. I tried to deny the thought that came to mind. And yet...
Wait!
Huh? My arm was grabbed from behind, right when I thought I couldn't meet him.
You're the woman from yesterday.
No, It was all so sudden that I couldn't be ready for it. What should I do? Should I just feign ignorance? For somebody who doesn't remember faces, he remembered you. Well, okay. Outfit is similar. Fine, I'll give him a pass.
It was dark, so I don't remember your face, but your outfit is familiar.
Seems like I couldn't. What should I do? Why would Lugus come and talk to me? I thought back on what I did. I went to meet him, to tell him about the breakup in someone else's place. And then I slapped him. Lugus appeared to be angry, despite how he was the one who kissed me without warning. And if he found out that I was Jed...
I'm sorry.
Huh? I hadn't expected to hear an apology. Did I hear it wrong? I couldn't believe that Lugus would apologize.
I don't expect to be forgiven with just an apology, but I am sorry.
I wasn't hearing things, apparently. Lugus was bowing to me here in public under watching eyes. Damn, I forgot about that too. I should say something. Why did you do such a thing?
I wanted to take care of the bothersome part early.
Huh?
I was told it would be rude to do nothing to a woman in that profession. Although it was set up by my accompanying party, running away is against my convictions. That's why I was waiting there. I had not considered that someone completely unrelated would be arriving.
Cold, fearful, ruthless. The image of Lugus in my mind was crumbling away. He admitted his own wrongdoing and apologized while bowing. And this was for kissing a stranger by mistake. I would never say this out loud, but Lugus seemed... kinda cute right now. Don't worry, I'm fine now, I responded while suppressing a tiny smile that was emerging. Lugus didn't sound convinced, and he made an awkward expression. If I talked to him for too long, I might give myself away. If he didn't notice it was me from last night, this would have been my chance to ask about the Kaleido. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Can we meet again?
I did not expect to hear that from Lugus. If we had another chance to talk, I might get to ask him about more things. We live in the same town, so I'm sure we can meet again soon. If I wore this outfit, I could talk to him anytime. But for now, this should be enough for today. Yay! I got to see an unusual side of Lugus. Just thinking about it was making me smile. I'm sure Levon and Levi wouldn't believe me even if I told them. Of course, I would never be able to tell them since I'm hiding the fact that I'm a woman. You there! Another familiar voice called out to me from behind. I turned around and my line of sight moved downward. Oh. Hello, girl. One of the only few girls that I knew that was shorter than me. T? What were you talking about with my brother? It wasn't much. Liar! Brother would never bow his head to anyone but father. Now be honest with me! Speak! She was watching? And she came running over to me to ask about it? She must really love her brother. I couldn't tell her the truth about him apologizing for kissing me. She and Lugus could talk at home, so I should try to brush her off. It really wasn't much. Yesterday, I received some trouble during my work, so he apologized for it. That wasn't a lie. Really? That's it? Yes, he's a very kind gentleman. Of course! He's my brother, after all! T's expression turned from one of suspicion to cheerfulness when I complimented her brother. Yeah, she was really sweet on him. Not the kind of wording you should use for a sister about her brother, but continue.
Oh, but make no mistake, brother is kind to everyone. It's not just you.
Uh-huh. Kind to everyone?
So don't let it go to your head and ask him to do something like partner with you for the masquerade. Brother has enough people to turn down without you joining in.
Partner for the masquerade?
That's right. You didn't know?
I'm not knowledgeable about these things.
Oh, well then, I guess it can't be helped. I'll tell you. The masquerade is the best opportunity for a girl in this town to dance with a wonderful gentleman, and it only happens once a year.
Oh, really? Then I can't join the masquerade without a dance partner?
Not necessarily, but I wouldn't do it. That would make the festival too sad.
Then you already have someone to go with?
There are no men that are better than brother. That's why I'm here to chase off the other women.
Huh? I didn't quite hear that last thing you said.
Nothing! Anyway, make no mistake about it. Understand?
And she's gone. I thought she was just a haughty little girl, but she told me a lot of stuff that was surprisingly helpful. Should have asked her about the Kaleidovia. There were so many things I didn't know. About Lugus, tea, and the masquerade. I wondered if there was someone who would dance with me at the masquerade. I can't think of anyone when I'm dressed as a man, but in this outfit... No, I have to think about making sure the festival could take place at all. That was my job in the first place. Gotta get refocused. Cool. Alright, so... This one should only have one episode, but it should be a new one. But first things first, I need to go to the antique shop. Because I realized I forgot to buy something. Which is the red mask. For later. Loyal customer. Hooray! Why would I come again, old man? You have nothing to sell me. I've bought everything. Where is Lugus? He's not there. Are you in the alley? No. Are you in the other alley? No. Are you in the square? Are you at the church? Are you at the tavern? No. Are you at the snowy forest? You're in the snowy forest. Okay. With snowdrops and things. Makes sense. Ah, yes, please tell me.
My preference in women.
So many dots.
Sensing a strong will in her eyes.
I forgot how interesting of a answer that was. Okay, so with that being done, let's not do that. Good grief. Okay. Just exit very carefully and leave Hugh alone, or Ash, or whatever his name is. This is the one we need. I walked through the alleyway and stopped. I heard footsteps. They walked, stopped, and then hesitantly resumed walking before turning back again. What's going on? I got suspicious and cautiously went near the corner. I confirmed my escape route while seeing who was there.
It's the wrong one.
Lugus was the one wandering around the back alley. I felt relieved, knowing it wasn't a thief or hoodlum, but I still wondered about it at the same time. What was Lugus doing here? He didn't look like he was waiting for someone. He's probably investigating. I continued watching him.
This way? No.
He turned over the piece of paper he had, frowned, and continued to stare at it. He looked around, then back at his paper. Is he looking for something? Or is he trying to go somewhere? Maybe the piece of paper in his hand was a map. I can't believe Lugus is actually lost. He always kept a keen eye out on things, and yet there he was with a confused look on his face. It was adorable. I hesitated in talking to him, then decided to wait and see for now. Yes? Am I... Okay, I'm like, am I clicking at the wrong time? Oh. Hi. It was no use. Lugus had completely frozen up. He seemed like he was in trouble. I'm starting to feel sorry for him. Fortunately, I'm dressed as a girl right now. All right. I took a step forward to call out to him. It was then I noticed that someone went ahead of me. An older woman walked toward Lugus. She seemed to have a friendly sort of expression. I guess you can just ask her. Lugus noticed the woman and opened his mouth just slightly. But... He hid the piece of paper in his hand and quietly watched the woman walk by. I know that feeling. Just couldn't get the courage up. Huh? I wonder why he didn't ask her. Now the alleyway was even more deserted. Lugus took out the piece of paper again and sighed. He missed a chance to call to her. He then froze up again. What is he doing? Oh, fine. Before I knew it, I jumped away from the corner and stomped all the way to him in a very ladylike fashion. What are you doing? Is that a map you're holding?
You're...
I looked into Lugus's hands while he appeared to be nervous. Oh, it is a map. Wow. There are so many notes on it.
Don't look!
Please let me see it. I can't tell with just a peek.
I didn't give you permission, nor do I intend to.
But you're looking for something, aren't you?
No.
I've been watching you for a while. You look lost.
You were watching?
Isn't there some place you want to go?
I suppose.
Is that a secret map you can't show anyone?
No.
Then show it to me.
No, but this is...
He seemed to want to say something, so I waited for his response. It was rare to see him flustered. And it's adorable. Lugus continued to hold onto the map with a troubled look as he turned away.
My writing is difficult to read, so it's not something I can show others.
Was that what he was worried about? I couldn't help but smile, knowing it was for that cute reason. I don't mind. Let me see. Oh! What is this face I'm seeing? He is blushing so hard it's going into his hair. Okay, well, aren't you just a cutie pie? After some more internal strife, Lugus finally handed over the map. Let's see. Wow, his handwriting really is terrible. I said earlier that I wouldn't mind, so I would never tell him that, but it was pretty bad. There were circles and lines drawn all over the map, and notes sprawled all over saying things like, this house or not this house. Okay. Oh, I wanted to use the kids CG, now I can't use it. Oh, I still could. Which one am I going to use? I'm sorry, but I really like this face. It's so good. Aw, it's neat because it has the map in the back. Aw, that's so cool. Are you bonking him on the head? Like, hiya! It's giving me Hokage feels with all the chibis around. Where's your destination?
The destination is... right here, I think.
You think? I mumbled that to myself while looking into the map again. There were so many notes that it was hard to tell, but the spot Lugus pointed at on the map was right in front of us. This house is right there.
No. That's odd. No, it's not this way.
His fingers started wandering over the map.
Not this way. Yes, it's this street. That's why this direction should be right.
You have the orientation reversed on the map. With a calm and composed expression, he flipped the map around. I think I understand what's going on now. You have no sense of direction? Lugus looked at me with wide eyes and then turned away. I'm sorry. That just slipped out.
I do remember paths of places I frequent, so I'm never so inconvenienced, but I rarely come around here.
It was true that this area had more wolf faction homes. It wasn't a place that Lugus would visit very often. He didn't deny that he had no sense of direction. I was surprised to see that his ears were red, though. You're right. You wouldn't come around here unless you had to. If you want to go to this street on the map, I know the place. I'll take you there.
My apologies.
I guided Lugus to his destination. I was surprised that he didn't say anything when I pointed out he had no sense of direction and that he followed me quietly. He's a good boy. Lugus is different when I'm dressed in this outfit. That must be the reason why I was able to talk to him in such a friendly way. Yes, it must be. Don't you find it a bother stepping outside if you have trouble finding your way?
Not exactly. I do not go alone to places with which I am unfamiliar.
I see. So today was a special case.
I suppose so. T and Haku had some things to do.
He must be feeling a little awkward as the volume of his voice was decreasing. But this was a good experience. It might fix itself the more you keep doing this. For example, you can try walking around town while minding your location on the map. Speaking of the map, we're walking along here. I pointed out the street we were walking on. Lugus took a look and nodded.
This tiny street.
That's right, and it intersects a bigger street ahead. There are many ironmonger shops here. Didn't you know?
Ah, I think I do.
Trying to imagine the map while walking around like this can commit the locations to memory. I think it's a good practice.
I see. Then we can get to that street by turning left ahead.
Well, you have to turn right. This boy. Oh, it's so cute. If it would have been this easily fixed, Lugus wouldn't have had this much trouble. And considering how he usually was, having a weakness like this makes him feel more human. It's not that big of a town, so you can just ask around.
Right. I do want to fix this problem of mine.
Yes, that way you'll be able to go wherever you want.
Wherever I want.
Is there some place you want to go?
It's not exactly a specific place, but I do want to travel far away.
Even the heir to the Hawks would think about things like that?
What about you? Have you ever thought about going on a journey?
I was at a loss of words to his question. It's interesting. I think he's the first person in this town that I've heard wants to leave and, like, go somewhere else. So, It was the first time I've been asked this. I have. After everything was done. He must have been satisfied with my answer because he smiled. Aw, there's that smile. Cute. Of course, I forgot that she was planning to leave town after the masquerade. So, now they have something to bond over. That's sweet.
I thought you would insult me for that, but you're different from the others.
He's right about me being different. I'd never met anyone in town that said they wanted to leave, even when they were dissatisfied with their life. Interesting. Very, very interesting. It's almost like they're supposed to be here. But maybe you two are not. I don't know if we've ever talked about that with Levon and Levi. I'm curious if they would like to leave at all, or if they've at least thought about it. Come on, let my theory come true.
But if people found out I said this, there would be some who would not think favorably of it. Please keep this between you and me.
That's true. You trusted her with that. Well, of course. It felt strange to share secrets with him. About how he couldn't read maps, and about how he wanted to travel. That's actually an ironic thing. I want to travel, but I cannot read a map. The soft expression that Lugus showed from time to time was also a secret for my eyes only. While I was thinking that, I fell a few paces behind Lugus. He called back to me.
What's the matter? You're not going. Isn't it just past this street?
You're right. It seems like you'll arrive where you want to be.
Did I get better?
I don't know about that. His words, filled with pride, made me giggle. After that, I guided Lugus, stopping him along the way every time he went down the wrong path, all the way to the destination. Well, there's room for improvement.